We hope you enjoy this video from Level 5. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications for all the updates. Hi everybody, it's Alex from Level 5. I'm here with Andreas from Intrepid. Hi Andreas.
Hi.
We're in Copenhagen for a continuation of this series on autonomous vehicle technologies. You may be familiar with the three-letter acronym OBD2. So that is a data port standard in every car since I think 1995, which allows you to plug in a device into your car and figure out what's wrong with it. You can get those devices dirt cheap from China for £10, £15 or $20 or what have you, and there are more and more devices which are becoming more and more intelligent, so you can connect other things to it. This one, which Intrepid has just brought out, allows you to stream that diagnostic data straight to the internet, which is really useful. It is quite worthwhile because you can get Bluetooth and Wi-Fi connections and all sorts. It's very useful to have that sort of inline data available to you of what's going on in a car. Inside a car, you've got something called a CAN bus. What does CAN stand for?
It's a controller area network, so
Right.
which connects all the ECUs in the car together. Just a two-wire connection, so it's very easy to handle.
Most of the car manufacturers actually encrypt their CAN bus because you've got things like instructions going
Yes.
up and down to different components. So what we've got here is another Intrepid product. So talk us through this one, Andreas. What's special about this? Because that's not a standard OBD2 connector. What does this do?
On the one hand, it's an interface to the CAN bus, not only for OBD, but you could acquire all the data which is running on the CAN bus. You just plug it to your computer and acquire the data. And the other nice thing about that one is you could program it, connect it to USB power.
Yep.
Only the power and the script, which is programmed in here, will run, and you could stimulate data or send out special information or OBD requests or all other protocols.
You can actually send fake instructions to the car deliberately, for example, if you're testing a new system.
Yes.
Or going through hardware in loop testing, software in loop testing, or even human in loop testing if you've got a safety driver and you want to test an emergency braking system without necessarily hitting another object.
Yeah, you have to be careful
very
with
careful,
that.
of course,
For sure,
yeah.
you have to know
Yeah.
what you do. But normally this device would be able to send out data, yes.
Moving on from this, which one might consider to be a more dumb device simply because you need to have a laptop with it even though it can run scripts. Let's move on to the next device that Intrepid have got here. So this is where it gets a little bit funkier. You can connect this to more, it can run more, it can log data. Tell us more about that.
It's a Fire 2. It has several inputs also for CAN, for LIN, what you need. You could put in here SD card just to have it in the car and logging the data.
There's micro SD, you can just see there's a little port for that. And you've also got a slot for a micro SIM. What's that for?
Here's a special encryption processor inside, so encrypting the data which is on the CAN, and also the data getting from the ECU has to be protected and encrypted. And so now with that tool we have the ability, together with the customer, we could encode and decode the data.
When you say customer, you're talking about a company that has already got that relationship with the manufacturer, so they've got the encryption codes from the manufacturer already.
So we work together with them for their purpose. So, and then they have their own device and they make some measurement, have the card inside, get the data, and as soon as the card is out, the data is secure, or useless for everybody else.
So presumably the good thing about this system is that you can send it out with people who aren't engineers. You can literally just plug it in, it'll start working, it'll do what the work that's required on the R&D for the system. This is a simulator, so it's a bit different from simulators that you might have already seen for autonomous vehicles. There are a few out there, like the C-Video simulator, which is really amazing. Immense Simulations is another one. This is a physical device, so what is that simulating? It looks like maybe a drum pedal or something like that you can twiddle the knobs of. So is that changing how your music sounds? What's that doing?
Nice to handle, and it has, like in your car, you have the standard OBD port, so you just could connect in here. You have the four buttons or knobs. Just a few analog signals, and therefore you could change analog signals, and you also program this device and say, okay, I have some scaling, some whatever, and give out some certain analog data. And,
okay, so it's a calibration unit essentially that helps you not only configure but also test how the CAN bus is interacting with devices like this and devices like this, which looks like almost the top of the range because I can see it's got connectivity on the back of it as well, and all sorts. And then what's more, then you have an additional one other system as well, which is kind of a funky screen. Basically, it gives you a dynamic readout of the signals that are coming through the CAN bus. So what's interesting about this is that these systems can work really, really quickly. They are self-contained if you need them to be, but these are the sort of systems that you don't necessarily think about in autonomous vehicle development or ADAS development. These are things that are part of the testing paradigm. So they're not things that you'll see in production vehicles, but they're an essential part of developing the product, right?
Yeah, developing or checking out the systems, so you could use it also in a standard car. If you make some test driving or just data logging, also could, like we saw the new VI Iron, this one you will use in fleets. There's also an GPS, and you could log some data of your whole fleet. We have also heavy products like harvesters or whatever, and that's a nice tool to get the data.
We're a job board. We always talk about jobs, recruitment, employment, education. You're a field application engineer, right? So
yes.
How did you get into that, and how is that related to what you do? Are you a hardware guy or software guy?
Me, I'm, as you said, the application guy. I'm working as well as with the software as well with the hardware, and I help our customers to use our tools and get the best benefit out of it.
And what's your educational background? What did you study?
I studied electrical engineering, Karlsruhe, so university, and have 13 years of experience in standard measurement, also in car, and now with Intrepid here, it's more getting deeper into diagnostics. So these tools are used for diagnostics, for data logging, simulation, and that's quite interesting.
Yeah,
so big range.
Presumably recently you've seen a big explosion in the acceleration of the ADAS market and also the explosion of the autonomous vehicle market as well. Is that causing obviously an increase in the size of the company, but also recruitment issues in the company because the people that you need don't have the experience? Are new people joining the company? And if they are, what skills are you looking for?
We are always looking for good and people who want to go further on. So the hardware is going on, and also we need skills and knowing what is going on and how to use the data and make a use of out of data, and to have a sensibility on the security segment, and that's especially for ADAS and autonomous.
Well, Andreas, thank you very much for your time. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe by clicking below, and if you just click in this area here, that will subscribe you to the channel. If you click in this area here, you'll be able to see another video from this series. All right, signing off now. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching this video by Level 5. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter @Level5Jobs and check out our website level5jobs.com.